So these are our Apimaye Hive series. They will come in a box such as this. Every Apimaye hive comes with a queen excluder, a divider, and obviously a manual. I put them on pallets just to show that you can use them in a commercial operation. However, you can use them in any way that you wish. So they're fully insulated with an R value of almost 7. We have this open here for all different options. Open, queen can't come out, completely closed, and of course vented. They have the mouse guard here and reducing entrances, fully closed all the way. And here's your insulated lid that come fully latched with handles on the other side. Trying to do this one hand, a little hard. Comes with standard feeders. Simply take this off. Now you can feed almost half a gallon in each, so 1 gallon of food for a 10-frame hive. These can be flipped, so you have your candy side and your syrup side. So this would be if you're feeding candy, and this would be if you're feeding syrup, so they can't drown in there. Yes, these are fully vented, but they are vented in such a way that the heat does not escape, yet allows the warm, humid condensation to escape, because the vents on either side of this hive are on either side, so it creates a negative pressure, and so it works beautifully in the winter time. And if there is any condensation, I will show you. We have a screen bottom board. So in here I have, obviously you can fit wooden or plastic frames, 10 frames. You can have a divider in there if you like. That's what it looks like in there. So right now it has the pollen trap. And I am just going to put this down and pick you back up in a second. Okay, so every Apimaye hive, or Argo series Apimaye hives, come with a screened bottom board, such as that. This is for your pollen trap, if you want to use a pollen trap, so you simply take it out if you're not using that. And the pollen trap comes out here, like that. And if you're not using it, that's what this little cute little red plug is for, keep the bees from coming in and out. Just like that. And I'll slide this back in. So this is also vented on the bottom, so if there is any condensation, it will come out here. And simply close that back up. Now the other feature of the Apimaye hive is we have a division board, which I don't have on me at the second. You see those grooves in there? It goes in there. I do have one actually. What am I talking about? Right here. And so you can close these vents if you're dividing completely, or if you're introducing some queens, or whatever operation you decide to do. Got the plastic on there, so it's a little hard, but it's in there. The pollen trap has to be out for that to fit properly. And you get that in there. These hives would work amazing, and they are working in 45 other countries. They work really well in hot weather. They have no bearding, and then in the winter time, of course, it keeps them warm. So it just helps the brood to regulate their temperature so much better, not so much fluctuation, and able to keep warm during very cold climates. I have gotten to -40 here where I'm at. I'm in the very high mountains of Canada, British Columbia, Canada, and that's why I invested in these hives and plan to do so more in the future. So these stainless steel food grade handles and latches, you'll see that they have 2 spots here. So basically, if you don't have the feeders in the top, you would use the top one to tighten it more. Or you're putting super on top of this with no queen excluder, then you would use the top one. However, if you're not using a queen excluder, then use the bottom one. Just have some options there. And I have to say, these handles are amazing. It makes moving these hives so easy. The other thing I wanted to mention is that you can close this entrance and these entrances. The back is closed, so it's still vented very well if you're moving your hives, because the bottom is screened and then you have the vents up here. So for moving around, for any beekeeper, it makes it very convenient. They don't have to worry about putting screens on or them, you know, escaping fully in there. They can't go anywhere. So I think that's really cool. What else can I mention about these? They have some videos of people where bears have tried to get into them and rolled them around a bit. They don't fall apart because of the clips, and it's really handy for when it's a windy situation. You don't have your lids falling off. You don't have to bring around bricks, right? They have this cute little tag here that you can, you know, put information and numbers on to name your hive or to number your hive. Another beautiful thing I just want to mention is that they come fully assembled. So when you take this out of the box, all you have separate is your queen excluder and your divider. Otherwise it comes completely assembled, such as this, and ready to go. Yeah, so all around, these are very hardy. They can last up to 25 plus years, still working in the field. I currently have bees in it. I'll show you some pictures. And I am just loving them the more and more I use them. And I'm looking forward to seeing how well they do this winter. So thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Bye.